Lesson 12. Useful tip. Listening.
Welcome all.
I plan on going to New York, but I fear that I will not be able to communicate with the native English speakers because I have a hard time understanding English when spoken to.
I know exactly what you need. You need to better your listening skills. I'll show you how.
Excellent.
People listen intently to what they are interested in. If you weren't interested in what I have to say, then you wouldn't be listening to me. If you are not interested in learning about making clothes for puppies, then you would not listen to a podcast about making clothes for puppies.
That's true.
The first thing you need to do is engage in convos about topics you're interested in with native English speakers.
That sounds easy, but how can I find native English speakers who are interested in the same topics I am interested in?
English Convos has English instructors who are versed in a lot of various topics. They will improve your English by creating lesson plans around topics you're interested in.
Okay.
In addition, you can go to places where you'll find people who are interested in the same thing you're interested in. If you're a huge fan of rock music, then go to a rock concert. Find rock music groups online. Listen to podcasts which are created for rock music lovers. Then, when you find an English speaker, the two of you would have a connection. So the two of you can talk all day about rock music and practice your English at the same time.
I understand.
If you want to speak English naturally, then you speak to as many natives as you can. The more you speak with them, the more you will understand commonly used phrases, slang, and shortened words.
Practice makes perfect.
Here is another tip. If you are speaking with a native English speaker and you do not understand a particular word or phrase, don't worry. Ask him or her to repeat the word or phrase slowly or to say it again in other words. You can politely ask the native English speaker to speak properly and to slow down their rate of speech.
Those are good points. I've also heard that visual aids, body language, facial expressions, and gestures make it easier to comprehend too.
That's right. In addition, always try to test your understanding of what you heard in conversation. You can test your understanding by rephrasing or summarizing what you just heard. If you're listening to a podcast about rock music, try to rephrase what you heard in your own words.
I guess we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason.
Yes.
By becoming a better listener, your understanding of the English language would increase. Once you understand something, it will be easier for you to talk about it. For instance, I do not understand biology, therefore I cannot hold a conversation about it. However, once I listen to it several times, I may begin to understand biology. Once I understand biology, it will be easy for me to talk about it. In summary, listen to English whenever you can.
Thank you. I have one final question. What's the difference between heard and listen?
Heard relates to listening. Listening relates to understanding. As some of you may know, you can hear English and not understand it. But when you listen to it, You are forcing yourself to understand what you hear.
Thanks, Ben.
Thank you all for listening.